going on, guys? It's Power 105.1. Nyla Simone here with a very special guest. We got Reuben Vincent in the building.
Yes, Sirski. What's going down? What's going down?
Rube, this is long overdue.
Facts. A long time coming. We've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah.
It's finally happening, coming full circle.
And we have an interview that's lost somewhere.
Yeah, where
file.
that? What happened to it?
I don't even know the shooter who shot it.
I know.
We were just on set. We did an interview.
And then we just skated.
And then we lost it.
I actually got his contact.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
You should find that so we can
Use that for something. Yeah, we got to.
just build on it. But
I had no hair at that time.
Really?
I mean, I had like a mini fro, but
You had hair.
Yeah, it
Just
wasn't.
not a lot.
Yeah.
Now you got full blown
Mad
braids.
hair.
Look at you.
The power's in my hair, nigga.
I love that. So last night opened up for Pusha T in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
King Push, man. Shout out to King Push. Yo, this is my first time in New York. The crowd was wild. Not my first time in New York, but like, you know what I mean? And I was just like, yo, like, and I don't think it really hit until after the show. Like, it hit me when when Push was performing, we was standing in the back and we was watching the whole crowd, and I was like, yo, I was just on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then my homie was like, yeah, that just happened.
Yeah.
And so when we got backstage, I feel like everything just like sank in. Because everybody always asks me, has it hit you yet? And I'm like, nah. But I think yesterday it hit me.
That was your first, oh shit, this is really
this is really happening. It's
not
crazy.
gonna lie, that was my first time, I think, seeing you perform. I seen you do freestyles live, like I seen you do different things, but that was my first time seeing you do a full performance, and that is an experience.
Thank you.
That was really like, I was like, damn, it's your confidence, it's the delivery, it's everything. Stage presence, you got the crowd hype, and what's impressive is that like these are people who came for Pusha, but as I was walking, I literally had just came for you, but as I was walking out, they was like, hey, do you know who that guy is? Do you know who that guy is up there? I was like, oh yeah, that's Reuben.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so you won over. I'm sure like your followers probably went up at the yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It was like, and that's the crazy thing you said, because my boy Nico and Guru was telling me like, yo, New York is a hard crowd.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I was really like, it's kind of like, you know, with basketball players when you first go to the Garden, like you want to show out. Mm-hmm. So I was just really like, you know, just in my head the whole day, like, yo, I gotta.
I'm the best lyricist, period. I said, oh shit.
Nah, that's a fact.
Full-fledged.
That's how I feel. And that's, I stand on that, you know, especially now, in my generation at least, I could say.
Oh, easy.
You know?
Yeah,
so.
easy. Even when you did like the Nas flip,
people
was like, oh, like you just kept hitting them with like 1-2s that the crowd was reacting like, oh. I was like, damn, nah, this is dope.
Nah, it was crazy, man. I can't wait to come back for real, and especially when I get a chance to finally headline my own, and like, and the crazy thing is, a lot of those songs are not even out yet. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 or 3 of them songs are not out yet, so. Just imagine when people finally get these records and get to like, you know, live with them and get to sing them, and then get to sing them at the concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah. But you had everybody locked in, even as spectators. I didn't realize. Damn, that's dope. And even like the Kanye flip, I'm glad that I got to experience and watch like your journey.
Thank you.
I will say that. I feel like I'm watching history, so this is cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
But let's get into Boy Meets World. Dropped in 2020. Wait, are you giving us a new project? I know you gave us Butterfly Doors. You gave us a single. But are we getting a new project this year?
Yes, absolutely. Can't say no dates right now because we still working out some things, but the project is called Love is War. You know, everybody, I've been saying that for like the past 2 months, so it's not like a secret or anything, but you know, it's a level up from anything anybody has ever heard from me. You know what I'm saying? I've gave people a little bit of me every project I put out, but I feel like this is the first project where, you know, I'm really giving you different avenues of myself, but they all are me, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm showing my versatility and showing that I'm more than just a lyricist and a rapper, but I'm a true artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy.
So when you say you're switching it up in versatility, it's in sonically?
Well, sonically, to the core is always gonna be, it sound like Reuben, but the thing is, what we've been doing and what I've been tapping into and making now is like, after Boy Meets World and getting to like, you know, see how people responding to it, I really wanted to hone in on what is a Reuben Vincent sound.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was just looking back on my history. I'm like, okay, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm from the South, but I'm first generation and my parents is from Liberia. So how can we, you know, mix in the South and the southernness and the soul of, you know, the South, but then, you know, the heavy bars and lyricism that I came up on, but also mix Africa. You know what I'm saying? I as much as I listen to the Pacs, the Andres, the Kendricks, and all that, I listen to Fela Kuti. You know what I'm saying? I listen to all of the Afro beats, not even just new stuff, but stuff from years ago. So we was just like, how can we incorporate that into the sound? So I feel like we did that with this project, and we just gonna continue to build on that.
Yeah, you have such an extensive like knowledge of music and ear, and I can just tell based off like your references in the music and the flips. Like you never do a song where you don't pay homage or salute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In your bars, it's like, where did that come from?
Shoot, man, like you said, just being able to study, like growing up, like when I was around like 12, like my mom, like some things was happening at the house where it kind of was like, it kind of just made me had to step up and be big brother. You know what I'm saying? Where my mom was working like 3 jobs. So she's like, Reuben, you got to like, take care of your brother and sister. But that just gave me a lot of free time to like study. You know what I'm saying? And I study everybody from, I was already big on the Pacs, obviously the usual suspects, the Pacs, the Bigs, the Jays, but then I went down the rabbit hole of like underground hip hop. Then, I went down Stevie Wonder, Patrice Rushen, like, just soul music, like all of that.
You got bar, The Keys to Life.
Yeah.
Stevie. I was like, damn, yo.
I love Stevie. Stevie's one of my favorite artists,
He's
period.
One of mine too. What's your favorite Stevie album?
Damn.
Mine's is in Square Circle.
I think mine might be Inner Visions. Yeah. Inner Visions.
Looks like that's the one.
Inner Visions is mine. Inner Visions, and I love the original, I don't know how to say the last part, but it's the part it has, I think it's just all the hits though, but it got All I Do on there, it got That Girl, it got mad stuff on there, but Stevie got so many, bro. Like Songs in the Key of Life is another album. Hotter Than July. Yeah, come on. He's
all his albums are classic. It's Stevie.
Next level,
you
yo.
don't get Stevies like that.
Stevie, man, we need one.
Yeah.
We need one. I'll speak that.
He's still active.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak that into existence.
That would be dope. So, speaking of working with legends, what is it like working with Guru?
It's like...
Is it pressure?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I would say, I mean, it is pressure because, I think about like, where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the same man who used to sit in the room with Hov and, literally go back and forth with Hov on his albums. Literally the only person that does that. So I look at it like he's Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? And I just gotta keep going and just gotta stay focused, stay hungry, stay locked in. I actually moved in with him in January of this year in LA and just like was like, all right, we just focusing on this album and we locking in. And like I always tell him, I'm like, bro, you about to be a rap Phil Jackson. You coached Michael and now you coaching Kobe. So it's like, just being able to hold up to that name is what I'm focused on. But it's love. He always give me gems, and not just gems about like music stuff, but like being like life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he a real big brother, and
I love that.
He just is fun, and we have fun with it too. It's not like we super serious. Like, we just be having fun, man. That's all it's about. So.
Yeah. Damn, I love like your dedication to knowing the history and just respecting working with somebody like Guru. I feel like a lot of people, especially at your age, don't even care about the legacy and like the art behind hip hop. So like that's why I have an affinity for Rube. You can never do any wrong to me because I'm such a big hip hop fan too. So it's just like refreshing to see. So what is it like living with Guru?
Man, it's crazy because it's like we're like total opposite, not total opposites, but my routine early is like I gotta kind of meditate, read, you know what I'm saying? And
by the way, I read From Niggas to God. Last time
what you think?
You had told me about it. I was like, wow, this verbiage is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's heavy.
Verbiage was crazy, but I get the message.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like the book is kind of like the way he's saying stuff is like super harsh. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just mad aggressive with it, but I get where it's coming from, and that's what I took from it. But like, I read those. That was one of the books I was reading this the past couple months when I was out there. So my routine is out, and I wake up early too. I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Good for you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, and Goo, he got to wake up and have his coffee, and and it's a balance because I wake up a little bit before him, so I get my routine in, and then by the time he wake up, he get his coffee in for like an hour. It depends on the day. Sometimes we might write some ratchet shit just to see what's going on in the world, or it might just be some intellectual, like, just studying, Mary Baraka and just like, a lot of black figures from the past and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of game. And you got to understand too, as much as he's an engineer and a producer, he's a teacher too. So, you know, you wake up and you always gonna learn something being with Goo like 24/7.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're just a sponge right now.
Facts. And I'm just soaking it all in, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just look at it like I said, like, Hove is one of like my favorite rappers. Like, I study now to a T. So, you know, I want to be in that position one day. So it's like, to even be here and be in the room with Goo and stay with him, I have to soak up every exact word, detail he is saying, because this is going to help me years from now.
I love that. So what keeps you like inspired when writing and like in your creative process?
Shit, life. Really, like, I feel like, and sometimes like when I stop writing, it's because I haven't lived enough. You know what I mean? And it's like, I got to go back outside and just like feel people. And, you know, and to be honest, I've got to a point where I write so much that I use regular life stuff as like inspiration. Like, you know, this Vox Pro right here, I could turn around and then later on I'm thinking of a bar that kind of connects with this just because I saw it.
Play, record.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, exactly. So and just whatever like is going on in my life right now, like, I just use that as inspiration. And just like, even like I said, when Goo wakes up and he's showing me stuff like stuff that I never seen before, like, and putting me on new black figures, like, that helps me, like, all right, now I can go back and, you know, write something and talk about something that make it connect with me.
Yeah.
You know?
See, and it's good that you're studying, you know, greats before us, because representation matters. Because if you study us out right now, like, the bar would be lower.
Facts.
The quality would be different.
Facts. And you gotta pay due. You know what I mean? I feel like in order to be one of the top tier legends that we all aspire to be, like, you got to pay homage to the ones who've done it before you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way, you know, I've done it. Even before I was like rapping, like, regardless of what anything I was doing, like whether it was like, oh, I'm big on sneakers, you know what I'm saying? So like, anytime I'm back in the city, I seen somebody who was moving around and like shaking with sneakers, I show love, because I was like, okay, I see what you doing. I want to get to that point. Right. And I feel like that's the only way, you know, you got to give respect when it's due, because that's the only way you're going to get respect back. So
I agree 100%. I love that. All right. Few bars I want you to elaborate on. I fucked with them. They're like, okay, shit. Where is it? I'll do that one second. All right, so I really wonder what matters: the gold chain, the diamonds, and the gold platters, or your good heart and what's inside instead of what's out. That's
a fact. I feel like, because as a human, we all have that duality where it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and poise.
Are you conflicted?
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and poise like I don't wanna, you know, I wanna get a bust down chain, like, you know what I'm saying, just because I work hard, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's deeper than that for me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been around people who put that before having a good heart and put that before being good to people. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with flexing nowadays, and like, you know, on the humble, you know, you ain't gotta be too flashy, and you know what I'm saying? And like, for example, like rocking gold, man, that's African culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should hone that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm never gonna be like, I'm not gonna get a chain. Y'all definitely, when I get a chance, and my chain gonna be hard too. You know what I'm saying? But it's deeper than that for me, and I'm more about being a good person to everybody I come in contact with, because one thing that the late great Nipsey Hussle says, the highest human act is to inspire. Yep. So if I can leave a mark on you when I leave, I did my job more than what you see me wearing and what chain I got on, because it's deeper than that. Yeah.
Do you think that, like, you want the chain, or, I mean, obviously, I'm not mad at you for wanting to get it. I'm going to get me one, too. We on the same page. But I'm saying, do you feel like it's because of how people receive you once they see you wearing that? Because it's like a sign, it's like a status of respect, even down to, like, purses. Like, if I'm wearing my Target bag or a Gucci bag, it's a different level of, oh, man, you know, would you like water as you shop type shit?
Right,
you know
exactly. I mean? Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely that, but it's also like, I earn this. You know what I'm saying? I put in the groundwork and I hustle for this chain. So when you see it, you got to respect it because of the hustle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it represents for me, just the hard work. And like I said, like, me being big on African culture and just studying it, like, yo, we all used to rock gold. And we all used to rock jewelry and stuff, so why not? You know what I'm saying? They done made it taboo telling us we can't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It only gets crazy when you're doing it for the wrong purpose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many people out here doing a lot of things for the wrong reason and the wrong intent. And we got social media to blame for that, which is the other bar I was going to bring up that you said at the top of the song about social media got everybody's mind.
Yeah.
You performed that song yesterday, right?
Yeah, social media is now mental penetration.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a fact. And it's a gift and a curse because social media is the way I got found. That's how Ninth had found my stuff. You know what I mean? And that's my platform. But I realized, and I have to take breaks sometimes because you can get on social media and you seeing what somebody else is doing and you comparing it to your life. You're not present. Even yesterday
is the thief of joy.
Exactly. And that's a big quote. That's a big quote right there. And it's like even yesterday I remember like we was in the whip in the Sprinter van. We wasn't even doing nothing, but I was on the gram and I had paused myself. I was like, no, I gotta be present in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you can easily get into that rabbit hole of like, and I've been there to the point of where like some days you wake up and it's not your best day and you scrolling for like an hour and that shit drain you, bro. Like I've had days and I test it out. Like some days I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna test out like waking up and not turning on my phone for the first few hours and I feel clear for the whole day.
Wow. But
like if I wake up and I start scrolling first, I'm be droggy, I'm be foggy, I'm be like it just isn't good for the mental health. So I play this balance and I play this role of like kind of being very social active, but also having this kind of like I push back and I take a break off of it. You know what I mean?
That's good. Good for you. It's hard to find a balance in this business.
Come on.
It's like you gotta be present all the time. Come on, man. And it's always about like creating moments and stuff like that. But I think like the route that you're on, it's not about like these moments.
Right.
It's like a legacy. So.
Right. Instant gratification. We ain't doing it for that.
We ain't doing it for that.
Facts.
So tell me about how Guru discovered you. So
him and Knife have like a very close relationship. Guru actually also is a part of he's co-founder of Jamla with Knife. Oh, you know what I mean? So but we wasn't really that close at first, you know what I mean? Cuz he's out in LA, he's out in New York moving around, and I remember one time he came down when he was working on Rap's album for Eve, and I was just playing him stuff that I was working on, and I was like, yo, listen to my album, like a hype kid. I was like 17 at the time, and he was like, yo, your shit is dope.
Yo, being so young around Rhapsody and Ninth Wonder and Guru.
Crazy.
Your destiny is like
crazy. Crazy. It's like, whoa. And I'm like the youngest, so it's like I had to mature a little bit earlier, but then I'm also the youngest, and I also bring in the youthful energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's a little bit older than me, so there's some stuff that I'm on that they might not even be tapped into, but I bring that energy to the studio.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but meeting Goo, that was the first time, and then last year this is when we really got close. It was like we always been like, he always showed up. That's big bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But last year I came out here early in the year, and that's the first time I went to his crib, and I was playing him stuff, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna play you a beat. And so I was like, yo, this is a moment right now. I gotta like, I didn't even have nothing written, but I just was like, I freestyled for like 10 minutes straight. Damn. Like because he was playing the beat, and I was just like, all right, I guess so he was like, put the mic on, let's see what you got. And so I just was freestyling, I was just going, and he was like, nah, like you should stay here. Like, so I ended up staying out in LA for like 2 months. It was crazy. Even like, it was because I didn't even expect that I was supposed to be out there for a week. The girl I was dating at the time was mad at me. I was out there for 2 months. It was just OD. It was a lot, but I was out there, and I just be mad
as hell too. Honestly, like, hey, you ain't coming back.
I told her she'll be all right. I'll be back. I gotta handle BI, but
respect.
You feel me? So it was just, but I was like, I gotta get this done. Like, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And on top of that was at the same time I started taking meetings with The Rock. You know what I mean? So everything, all my ducks was just falling in a row at the right time, and that's when we really started honing in on just like creating music. And then it's more than just, and the thing is too was Guru didn't want it to be a thing of like, okay, he's coming in and working on an album. He's like, nah, let me live with him and see who he is and like where he comes from and what's his background, and that's how we made the album, is learning that first, and then was like, all right, this is what we trying to attack.
I love that, because I feel like music is energy. So I try to listen to people who come from good cloth. That way I'm still
good. Yeah, like, absolutely. Because
it's almost like music is almost like meditating. Mm-hmm. You're listening, you're repeating back to what you're saying and stuff like that. So,
exactly.
That is just very important. So you said your new tape is called Love is War?
Yes.
So absolutely. From Boy Meets World to Love is War, where were you then, where are you now?
All right, Boy Meets World, I feel like I had tagged along with Rap while she was working on her album for Eve, and then I also tagged along with her while she was on tour. So I was just seeing like different reactions, and then I was also on campus. I was going to A&T at the time. I didn't finish, but yeah, so I was going there. So I'm just seeing like what people react to on different platforms, and then I was like, all right, let's see how I can use all of this to my advantage and still be me. So Boy Meets World was me, like, you know, meeting the world, traveling, you know what I'm saying, meeting people on campus, you know what I'm saying, just mingling and seeing what goes off at the parties, what doesn't, you know. So I was just, you know, that project, I feel like for me, it was like a tester. You know, it was an EP, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to give you different versatilities of who I am as an artist. So y'all know when I branch out later on, y'all not like, this wasn't Reuben. Yeah, this wasn't Reuben a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying? But it's still core lyricism in that project. And then, you know, being on campus, and then, you know, growing up and just, you know, experiencing my relationships that I've had with women, you know what I'm saying? And then also seeing how men and women, like, just they mind, like
so different.
The mind state is so like, yeah, it's very different. Yeah. And I took that into accountability when I was on campus, you know what I'm saying? And then at the time too, a lot of shit I was seeing on campus was a lot of like, and I hate saying this word, but it's on brand for what it was, a lot of toxic masculinity shit. You know what I mean? And I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been prone to do that sometimes and catch myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm young, so it's happened before. So me being aware enough, and once COVID sat me down, I was aware enough to like kind of just view that, and I seen how much relationships and everybody want to be in a relationship and this and that, and toxic shit is like a big topic in our age group. So I was like, all right, how can I touch on this in my way, but then also tie it into like my mom and dad both being from Liberia and escaping the Civil War and meeting in Charlotte and having me and falling in love.
Oh, wow.
And then their relationship, they breaking up before I was even born, but their relationship kind of was the prelude to how my relationships with women were at first. You know what I'm saying? And like how all that shit is connected. So I tied all of that in just to tell this story. And then at the end, it's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's most about self-love. Forget all the other love, all that external love and the outside love don't matter if you don't love yourself within. Yeah. And I feel like that's why there's a lot of toxic masculinity, because a lot of men don't know truly what self-love is. So, you know, they find it in ways to, you know, disrespecting women and just being super like sexist and all that. So, you know, I talk about all that on the project, and not even just on the women tip, but like with money. People do that with money. People do that with liquor, alcohol, weed, all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with getting loose, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying yourself. But some people use that to hide the holes that within themselves that they haven't filled. So, you know.
Man. Side note, that's the clip. Cut that. Nah, that was great. Damn, I love that. Good for you, Rube. But I appreciate, especially that you're so young, it's like mind-blowing, but it's just that you are willing to grow.
Right.
Like at every level.
Right.
Down to your discipline, you wake up early, you read books. You know, like a lot of people